Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 WCTV Clapper Awards. I'm Joanna Perino. I'm the Operations and Community Relations Coordinator here at WCTV. Thank you all for coming tonight. Can you believe this is the 32nd Clapper Awards? I've actually been here for 31. Thank you. I think there might even be a few of you in the audience that have probably been to as many as I have. I know Gene Kovac, maybe Bob Parmalee, Janet Hawkins, you've been around a while, Robin House, so many of you have been here almost as long as me. Are there any first-timers tonight? Oh gosh, quite a few. That's awesome. Well, thank you all for being here. I can honestly say that this is always one of my favorite nights of the year, and it's one of the best things about my job that I get to do is plan this awards every year. Because it's a night to honor you, our producers, our volunteers, our friends of WCTV, and an opportunity to thank you for all the amazing programs that you do over the past year and all the support that you have given us. Although the last 2 years we've done the virtual presentations and they've served their purpose, nothing feels as good as getting together in person, having a nice dinner, thank you Elver and Cone, and enjoying a great meal and celebrating everything that you guys have done this past year. It's going to be an exciting night, especially for our nominees and our winners. So the Clapper Awards started in 1991. We had about 8 categories. You produced about 200 shows a year. I'm talking about our community producers. This past year, you have produced over 1,700 programs have come through WCTV. And this year, we will present about 60 awards in 16 categories, plus some special ones, including the highly coveted Host with the Most Award that will be presented by last year's winner, Miss Janie Parrish. And I know we're all just crazy about her, right? I'm not too sure she's going to give it up, but we'll see what happens. That's one of our last awards. So another group of people that I'm just crazy about is our WCTV staff. So let me just introduce them real quick. John Bernard, who's up here on the projector. Yes. He handles all of our programming, and you know how quick he is. Sometimes you're still standing in the studio after you've produced a show and it's already on the air. So he's also the reason that our high school sports productions are so amazing. So thank you, John, for all you do. Next is Mr. Drew Bixler. Anybody know who he is? I think next to Tom Stugmeyer, he might be the most busiest man in town, covering community events, city hall meetings, editing special projects, and running camera for high school sports. And when he's not doing all of those things for WCTV, he's picking up our lost fur babies because he's also the city dog catcher. So this year, since I'm up here, many of you that have been here before know I'm usually down there handing out the awards. So this year, Drew is going to have the honor of presenting you with your awards as you come up. We also have Jared Evangelist, who couldn't be here tonight, who directs a lot of our city meetings and works on sports. And everybody welcome our newest employee, Aiden Usinski, who's on camera. Aiden is a senior at Wadsworth High School. He is in the media communications program, and he joined our sports crew just in time for the beginning of the football season, and he's done an amazing job. He's also directing our city hall meetings and covering community events, and we're so happy to have him. I am thankful to get to work with this great group of people every day, and I appreciate everything that they do. I think the 5 of us definitely make a good team. So before moving on to the presentation, I'd like to just recognize 3 of our longtime producers that passed away this past year: Joe Gaines, Phil Dell, and Virgil Mockel. Joe Gaines was a producer long before I arrived in 1992. I think it may even date back to the late 70s, early 80s. And I believe even John Bernard and some of you in this audience probably had him as a teacher or perhaps a speech and debate coach. He received the first ever WCTV Outstanding Achievement Award Director's Chair in 1993. He produced over 1,000 shows for WCTV. And he had the honor of covering the Republican National Convention for WCTV. Do you believe we actually got credentials, little WCTV, to cover the National Convention in Cleveland in 2016 along with his cameraman Roger Polk, and he called it a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've known him for over 30 years. I still couldn't bring myself to call him Joe. I still called him Mr. Gaines, even though he was never one of my teachers, which I know he always found funny. And I am so happy to see Wendy, his wife, in the audience tonight, so I'm glad you could make it, Wendy. Phil Dell was part of our sports crew for over 30 years. He ran camera for football and basketball. Really up until just a few years ago, he received the Outstanding Achievement Director's Chair in 2000 and our Outstanding Service Award in 2011. He was the director of the RSVP long-running series show, and he worked with Irma Baker, David and Sharon Moritz, who are in the audience tonight, and his wife Natalie, who passed away just shortly before him. And then Virgil Mockel, on the right there, longtime producer and recipient of the WCTV Outstanding Achievement Award in 2012. He was one of the nicest men you'd ever want to meet, always had a smile, a kind word, and a hug, just like Janie. He was a hugger. So these three gentlemen will definitely be missed by us, and we dedicate tonight's awards presentation to them. So if you're Polk Time fans, you know Gene Kovac always says, enough of this frivolity. Let's move on to the real reason that we're here, and that's to find out who the winners are. So in your program, you can follow along with the list of nominees. The runner-up and honorable mention in each category will receive a certificate, and we will play a clip of the winner, and they'll receive a WCTV Clapper Award. So when you come up to receive your award from Drew, if you want to say a few words, you don't have to, but if you would like to, please step over to the microphone so we can all hear you. And then after that, step over to our step and repeat, and Tom Stugmeyer will take your picture. But before we do that, today is Tom Stugmeyer's birthday. How about we give him a song? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you. I asked him, I said, aren't you sure you want to do something more celebratory than at the Clapper Awards? And he's like, no, I want to be there. So thanks for spending it with us. All right, let's get started. The first category is Best School Event. The honorable mention goes to Valley View Elementary Veterans Day program produced by Valley View School. So if there's a representative from Valley View, or maybe Dr. Hill would like to come up and accept that, that would be great. Okay. The runner-up in the Best School Event category goes to Sacred Heart School Veterans Day program produced by Sacred Heart. And Principal John, and I know I was talking to your secretary the other day, and I said, please tell me how to pronounce his name. How is it? Chuplicki. Okay, I'm going to remember that. Congratulations. Okay, so the Clapper Award in the Best School Event category goes to
On Veterans Day, we honor those who put their lives on the line for our country. It is a day to honor all. Because of them, we stand so tall. They protected our nation, and now they deserve some admiration. They are our heroes, and because of them, we owe so much. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for doing a job many of us can't do. Thank you for giving your strength and your life for the success of our country. Thank you for defending our colors, red, white, and blue. As Americans, we know what freedom means because of you. We know the joy, the peace, and the right to dream. May we never forget that freedom was not always free. Some have lived while others died, but all deserve our love and pride. We can never fully repay you for your brave doings and sacrifices, but we can honor you and all you have done for our country. To all the men and women, past and present, who have served our country, we say thank you.
Accepting is Principal Vincent Suber.
Good evening. Thank you for this award recognizing our school. I want to make sure I give a shout out just to our students and staff who made this event possible. Like I said, that was the first event last year, so it was kind of, it was nice. Obviously, we won a Clapper Award, but as my first event in person as a high school principal, it was truly remarkable to see the performances from our band, from our choir, and I see our choir band are just here today, and they're super excited. So my point is, if you haven't seen this versions yet, you'll be in for a treat. And so it's about our kids, our students, and of course our veterans. So thank you for the award.
Okay, the next category is Best Look into Our Schools. The honorable mention goes to the 2022 State of the Schools Address produced by Dr. Andy Hill. The runner-up goes to Bruce on the Loose, his interview with School Resource Officer Daniel Schonk. Bruce is always on the loose. All right, and the Clapper Award in the Best Look into Our Schools category goes to
All right, well, the work continues alongside of us today. The lawn is going in, so I know you guys were out here when I pulled up, working hard. We got the Kaufman family here helping us like they always do with the house, so we're getting the finishing touches here on the lawn, but let's go take a look on the inside.
And now we're into the kitchen area and dining room area, and it is really big. We got a nice big ceiling fan, open vinyl floor, so really an open floor space here with the living room and everything. And then we come in and you can see the kitchen area. It's laid out. It's all white cabinets, pretty neat.
Roger Wright. That was the most beautiful house. Congratulations.
I'd just like to say thank you. Our carpentry program, that it really is outstanding. Our seniors every year build a house. We sell it at public auction from the time the hole is dug in the ground to when the last nail gets put in, and our students are involved in all that. So it's just a tremendous program. Chris Kali is our teacher. He's going to be retiring in December, and it's going to be really hard to replace him. But they're outstanding students, and we're very proud of them.
All right, the next category is Best School Performance, and the honorable mention goes to Overlook Talent Show, produced by Overlook School and Tom Stugmeyer, so someone's going to have to take his picture. Anyone here from Overlook? Tom, you want to come up and get it? Okay. We'll get a selfie with you later. Okay. The runner-up in the Best School Performance category goes to the Wadsworth High School Band Spring 2022 concert produced by Dana Heyer, Sam Peel, and the Wadsworth Media Communications class. And the Clapper Award in the Best School Performance category goes to
A young maid, Veronica, put fear aside for a moment and stepped from the shadows, and with her veil touched his face and bathed his sorrow to the tempo of her tears.
And he bequeathed to her, to us, the image not of a healthy, handsome, perfect face, but of the disfigured face of a suffering servant, his signpost pointing to God's way.
Principal John, Sacred Heart School.
This is fantastic, especially because this particular production goes so much to the mission and the vision of why we exist. And I'm so thankful to our teachers, particularly our 8th grade teacher, Lisa Single, and all the hard work that our students put into this. They put a lot of time and energy and effort and prayer into it. So thank you very much.
The next category is Best Documentary, and the honorable mention goes to Ghoulardi, produced by Kevin Kelly. And I'm not sure if he's here this evening. We'll make sure he gets that. The runner-up goes to Wine with Wanda, Summer Adventures, produced by Wanda Haynes, and unfortunately she could not be here. She has just relocated to Cincinnati, but she has her own column in the Cincinnati Herald, if you ever read that online. She's quite the wine connoisseur. So the Clapper Award in the Best Documentary category goes to
So in 2017, we decided that we wanted to start a family, we wanted to have our own kids, and we learned over the course of the next year or two that biological children was not in the cards for us. You know, our goal was to have a family, and so we kind of searched within ourselves a little bit and searched within the community for where we could find that.
As that year progressed, we found ourselves really more and more drawn to the idea of fostering, because we realized that if we adopted a child, we would be parents to that one child, whereas if we fostered, we could really be parents to an unlimited number of children. As we thought about that and we realized that this could really create a family that was larger than we ever imagined, it really became an exciting thing to explore.
Congratulations.
Thank you, WCTV, for this award. It really means a lot. This video was born out of a partnership, really, between Leadership Medina County and Medina County Job and Family Services. We put a committee together that we wanted to help promote the needs of foster care in the community, and it just so happened that my wonderful wife, Amy, and I were going through the foster process at that moment. And so we decided what better way to help promote the needs of the foster system than to document that and maybe help make it easier for another family to become foster parents. And that's our goal with the video. So thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I have to thank everyone here. I first want to thank our producer and director, Matthew Harris from Blitz Studios, and then of course our Medina County Job and Family Services representatives, Debbie Kiley, Sharon Holmes, Lane Hedden, and then our representative from Leadership Medina County, Ms. Terry Green.
All right, the next category is Best Religious Message. The honorable mention goes to Sonny and Friends, the episode Basketball is My Life, produced by Gary McCubbin. And I know he's here. Yeah, come on up. I was hoping you would have brought Sonny with you. The runner-up in the Best Religious category is What Catholics Really Believe, produced by Tim Perry. Tim has done over 400, probably close to 500 by now, What Catholic Really Believe episodes. Congratulations. And the Clapper Award for the Best Religious Message goes to
complaining hurts you. It hurts you. And I love that because, you know, the Bible was written thousands of years ago. God says, don't complain. And then now we have like Stanford University doing studies going, God was right. Like, this actually isn't good for you. And that's really important because I think sometimes when we see those things that God tells us not to do in the Bible, it's really tempting to kind of like, okay, God's, you know, he's telling me what to do, and like God's like the cosmic killjoy. You want to do something, God says not to do it. But again, I will always try to remind you that what God lays out in the Bible, I believe, is never some kind of like, hey, I'm going to set your desires this way, and I'm going to make the rules this, and it's going to suck for you. Like, that's not what God's doing. God actually is after your joy. Living the way God wants you to live, I believe, actually is the best way for you to live that maximizes the most joy you can have in your life. So when God says, hey, don't complain about anything, and then Stanford University does a study, and they're like, actually, that'd probably be good for you. Like, we shouldn't be super surprised by that.
Larry States.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a marvelous pastor, and he pulled off a miracle a year ago. We celebrated 1 year in our new location right across the street here. And we had been a mobile church for 5 years, and only Adam could pull something like that off. We got that building ready in a month, and we had to totally gut everything and start over again. And I don't know how we got it done, but we did. He believes in miracles, and he pulled it off for us to be in that building. And we had our first service there early October of last year. And it's nice not having to be a mobile church anymore. But thank you very much. And as I said, he does a marvelous job for us. Thank you.
Congratulations. Mosaic Church is located right right in the middle of Substation and Rise and Grind. So that's where that church is. Okay, Best Worship Service is our next category, and the honorable mention goes to Freshwater Community Church, and I'm not sure anybody is here from that group. The runner-up, Larry, why don't you just stay right here? The runner-up is Mosaic Church Wadsworth, their Celebration Sunday episode. And the Clapper Award winner in the Best Worship Service is
also, like, the desire to share the faith should also be coming forth from this place that says knowing Jesus is quite simply, it's the pearl of great price. To know him, to love him, to share life with him it's the best way to be human. It's joy inexpressible. It's unbelievable bliss. It is glory indescribable. There's a banquet that we're inviting people into. It's not like, let's just avoid the scary place. We're inviting people to come to the feast. Come to the banquet. There is a banquet that corresponds to your heart. There's a fountain of living water that corresponds to your thirst, and his name is Jesus.
Sacred Heart Church.
On behalf of our pastor, Father Joe, and our parochial vicar, Father Pat, who you saw speaking up there, thank you so much for this. And it's just our goal to just draw people ever closer into an encounter with Jesus, into a relationship with him. And so this is certainly a wonderful, wonderful award for us. So thank you very much.
Hey, Okay, the next category is Best Performing Arts, and the honorable mention goes to the Akron Big Band, produced by Now Church. Anyone here from there? Okay. The runner-up in the Best Performing Arts category goes to the 12 Days of Christmas concert, produced by the Wadsworth Community Band. Okay. We're going to move through these real quickly. The Clapper Award in the Best Performing Arts category goes to
being involved in this, but I appreciate Joanna and John and all the folks that help out at the studio. They make it easy for us. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, the next category is the Best Public Awareness category, and the honorable mention goes to How It's Done, produced by Dawn Blue, her episode with Chris Zaffel of the Medina County Brewery Passport. The runner-up in the Best Public Awareness category goes to Bruce on the Loose, and he was on the loose with Mayor Robin Lawbaugh at the Trolley Line House. Is that just the best name for a show? I mean, it just is. All right, the Clapper Award for the Best Public Awareness goes to
Feeding Medina County is about community. It's about helping your neighbor. It's about reaching out and making a difference to the people around you that you live with, that you work with, that you go to school with.
I mean, food is a basic necessity, and we are so blessed in this country to have so much food and so many choices, and sometimes people need a little help, and that's what Feeding Medina does.
Its focus this past year has been on becoming more accessible to families who are considered food insecure in our community. In addition to having food distributions in the Medina County Fairgrounds, there are locations now in Brunswick, Lodi, and Wadsworth.
So unfortunately, Jenny could not be here tonight, but she wanted me to share with all of you and accept this award on her behalf. She said the Clapper Awards give her a chance to highlight organizations and people of Medina County who are doing incredible things. It gives her great joy to film them, and winning a Clapper Award is just icing on the cake. So congratulations to Jenny Young. So the next category, what's that? Oh, come on up then. We'll get a picture, yes. Yeah, get a picture. Tom knows I'll be mad at him if he doesn't get a picture of everyone.
On behalf of the board and our staff and everyone with Feeding Medina County, thank you WCTV for this award, and thank you Jenny for all the amazing work that you do.
Okay, the next category is Best Promotional, and the honorable mention goes to Bruce on the Loose, The episode with Tammy Reddish from the Suprema Senior Center. She was the new volunteer coordinator. Do you want to come up, Tammy, too? We'll get a picture with you two together. Okay. And the runner-up in the best promotional category goes to Main Street Wadsworth Farmers Market Kids Day, produced by Main Street Wadsworth. And Tom Stugmeyer did all the interviews for that, and it was adorable. So congratulations, Main Street. Come on up and get your certificate. Okay, and the Clapper Award in the best promotional category goes to
Hello, my name is Nancy Badillion. I'm the USA Pickleball Ambassador for Wadsworth. Is there anyone out there who wants to play pickleball? The sport that has a really funny name and is the fastest growing sport in America. There are 5 reasons why pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the country. Number 1, it's easy to learn. I give beginner lessons on Wednesday evening and Thursday morning. You learn the basics in about 30 minutes. Then you start to play the game, and then you are hooked. Number 2, it's a finesse sport. Whether you are past your prime or just a first grader, this is a sport for everybody.
Robert Keith is accepting. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much to Wadsworth Community Television, and especially the people of the Wadsworth Pickleball Club, a sport with a silly name that has more than 5 million players throughout the United States today. I'd also like to thank Rick Reynolds, Dan King, and especially Nancy Badillion and Jane Back for all their help in producing and putting together the video. Thank you so much.
You know, the gym where they play is right across from WCTV, and they just have a blast every day. I always say I can't wait to retire so I can just play all day. So, not anytime soon, don't worry. Okay, the next category is Best Special Event, and the honorable mention goes to the Wadsworth Blue Tip Festival Award Ceremony, produced by the Wadsworth Blue Tip Committee. Is anyone here from the Blue Tip Committee? Okay. The runner-up in the Best Special Event category goes to Walking the Blue Tip Parade, produced by Roger Polk, and he unfortunately could not be here tonight. His son is graduating from Officer Candidate School, and he went down to Washington, D.C. for that, so we'll make sure he gets it. And the Clapper Award in the Best Special Event category goes to
Our world changed forever when 19 al-Qaeda hijackers took control of 4 commercial planes. Those planes took down the World Trade Center towers, slammed into the Pentagon, and crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. In total, there were 2,977 victims, and 25,000 people were injured. At the time, many of us were naive to the threats of the world, to the horrible cruelty and the evil of terrorism. But many of us were also naive to true heroism, patriotism, and unity which followed the attacks.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Janie Parrish, Matt Hiscock, and I'm not sure if anyone's here from the American Legion, but come on up. And the mayor. That was a beautiful ceremony. if you had a chance to attend.
It still gives me goosebumps.
Janie, you know better than to...
I love a good microphone.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it still gives me goosebumps, and it was my pleasure to be part of the planning of that. And so thanks to Matt and the mayor and all of that cute police chief up there.
He's crazy about you.
He is, so thank you.
Okay, the next category is Best Sports and Recreation, and the honorable mention goes to the Let's Go Adventure Series episode Aero Trek with Lori and Mike, and that was produced by Roger Polk, who could not be here this evening. The runner-up in the Best Sports and Recreation category goes to the Tommy Maroon Sports Show, produced by Tommy Maroon. Congratulations. And the Clapper Award in the Best Sports and Recreation category goes to
mean to you?
Yeah, football means a lot to me. You know, always growing up, dreaming about coming out here on Friday nights and scoring touchdowns to my friends. It's just always meant a lot to me. It's had a special place in my heart.
Now, any advice for any kids looking to be on the varsity team or in Pee Wee looking to get into football?
Yeah, I would say never give up. I know there'll be some roadblocks that you'll go through. But you used to be able to persevere through that. And just always make sure you make the smart choices and do nothing wrong.
Dawn Blue, congratulations.
This actually goes, honestly, to people like Dina Heyer, who is the band director, to the football team, to the cheerleaders. That's what it's all about. I came into this and decided that it's time to feature these kids in everything that they do. So honestly, this goes out to all of you. Thank you.
So just a little tidbit of information here. This past year, we were able to broadcast over 200 Wadsworth High School sporting events to the community. Thank you. I know that's a huge amount. We produce football and basketball, but we rely on volunteer parents to produce the other events. Another 180 events were recorded by parents who volunteer their time to do so. We receive so many calls thanking us for making these events available for viewing, but the thanks really goes to these parents who have done these sporting events. So Leanne Dunkel and Zig Novak, who covered the volleyball seasons for us, Dave Wagner, Joe Herbert, and Scott Curley, who cover the soccer seasons, Dale Fortner and Matt Milano, lacrosse, and Jason Sollers, who's the owner of Colony Bowl, who covers bowling, which was a fairly new sport, but he has done a phenomenal job on that. So let's find out now who of these nominees are the winners in the Best Sports category. So the honorable mention goes to the Andy Honnert Memorial Softball Game produced by the Wadsworth Fire and Police Departments. Matt Hiscock, would you like to accept? The runner-up in the Best Sports Coverage category goes to WHS Bowling, produced by Jason Sollers. And I'm going to have John Bernard get that to him because I don't know if all of you know, but John Bernard is a phenomenal bowler. And I know he's rolling his eyes at me right now, but...
Missing it right now.
He said he's missing it right now for this. Well, thank you. And the Clapper Award for the Best Sports Coverage goes to...
by Scotty with his head. Cam bangs it forward somehow and finds Z's foot. Z plays it in to Mason. Mason White's going to have to check back and help us defensively there.
Good job by Scotty there to win that one.
Sure was. He finds Mason White. Mason whips it in. He's able to find, looks like Mikkel, who's going to turn, get a rip.
Good shot.
That is
Yes!
it! The back of the net by the Spaniard, Mikkel Cole. What a rip!
He's got 2 today.
What a rip by number 21. The referee is more worried about celebrating than he is about, he calls a yellow card on Jackson Herbert.
For what? Celebration?
Card recipient Jason Herbert's in the audience too. This is the second year in a row for them winning this category.
You know, just a quick funny story. When Dave asked me to do this, and Scott, you know, one by one, I went up to my family. I said, "What do you guys think?" And all of them individually gave me a terrified look that you guys are going to be terrible. You're going to yell at the refs. You know, you're going to do this, that, and the other. But somehow we pulled it off. So good job, guys.
We have to thank Coach Johnson of the boys' side, right? Because he listened to our input every game, and he watched this stuff and had to listen to what we had to say about his formations and his plays and his players. But it's been a fun couple years. So thanks, Coach Johnson.
Last year was the first year they were nominated, and they actually got the private room at the Galaxy and had like a watch party, and they won, and so they recorded themselves celebrating. It was amazing. It was like everything I dreamed a Clapper Award celebratory thing would be, so awesome. Okay, the next category is Best Instructional, and the honorable mention goes to Sketching with Sterling, Olympic Champions, produced by Sterling Haynes. And he's Wanda Haynes' son, so he is in Cincinnati as well. The runner-up is Ascend Health, Smile with a Smoothie, produced by Nick Angelis. He is not here either. And the Clapper Award for the Best Instructional category goes to
roll it in the black, and we're going to get this nice point to it, okay? And then what we're going to do is, these are super simple. This is just some greenery, okay? So we kind of want to make it look like there's a bunch of different seaweeds. And the harder you push, the thicker your line, okay? Then move to another one. We want it to look like seaweed.
And accepting is Abby Swigert.
I'll just say thank you for Sherry. I know she loves doing these shows every year when she comes back into a town, just because it's something great that she's able to share with the community, even though she lives far away from us all now. So thank you, everybody.
Congratulations. Sherry left this cold weather for Florida, so we're all jealous right now. But she comes up in the summer and she produces 12 to 15 shows, and then we run them throughout the year until she comes back again. So, yes, we're going to have to get Abby on, too. All right, the next category is Best Informational, and the honorable mention goes to What is the Lead Institute, produced by Jenny Young and Leadership Medina County. Terry, you want to accept? Accepting is Terry Green. The runner-up in the Best Informational category goes to Wine with Wanda, a new wine trend, half bottles, produced by Wanda Haynes. And I think she's watching us live on Facebook, so congratulations, Wanda. And the Best Informational Clapper Award goes to...
Hi, I'm Bruce Lorenz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose. We're here on location in Memorial Park, looking into the situation where we have a disc golf course here for residents of Wadsworth and other communities as well. On my left, Wiley Gray, thank you very much for joining us, and Spencer Jones, who these two people have really done a lot of work on the disc golf course here, and we'll talk about their involvement.
Congratulations. Bruce Lorenz.
I have a couple of people occasionally give me some ideas of shows. My Bruce on the Loose tag allows me a lot of latitude. And I happen to be sitting with Mayor Lawbaugh, and she was the one suggested, hey, you might try that, those guys with disc golf. They really attract a lot of people getting outside, and it was just great with the COVID situation we had. And I appreciate everything WCTV does for all the producers. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Okay, the next category is Best Talk Show. And the honorable mention goes to Bruce on the Loose. The foster care episode with Kathleen Pado. Debbie, did you bring a big enough bag for all his awards there? The runner-up in the Best Talk Show category goes to How It's Done, produced by Dawn Blue, their Brush Tips episode. And the Clapper Award for the Best Talk Show goes to...
people on both sides of the aisle that'll say, wait a second, we can't just start rewriting history here. But that's the problem with the woke crowd and these extremists, and poor Hillary, she still hasn't accepted the outcome of the election. Russia, she just said it the other day. Now, we can talk about that all day, but I'm not going to shut Patty down and throw her in the corner and label her some sort of denier or some sort of conspiracy kook or anything like that. We can have that discussion. Wokeism doesn't allow that. That's the problem.
But it depends upon who you label as wokeism. And you talk about labels and calling others racist. And you're right, that is so totally wrong. Just because you disagree with the situation or don't agree with this 1619 project doesn't make you a racist. But
John Grom, congratulations. They record this show on Zoom ever since COVID hit, and I get the biggest kick out of, I sit and record it while they're all at their respective homes, but the best part is after we stop recording, and they stay on, and they just talk. I said, I'm going to keep recording and make you an hour show.
I'd like to thank our panel, Brian Lawbaugh, Patty Haskins, our dynamic duo, as you just saw, and Tom Finley, and our oldest member, not in age, he's been there since the very first program that we did over 10 years ago, and that's Dr. Ronald Chamberlain. I'd also like to pay my respects to Joe Gaines, who was with us for a long time and very well respected. And I want to thank all of those folks for helping us deliver the message that civility really matters. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, John. John, if you would just stay up here 1 second. I have one other award for you. Come up next to Drew. Come up next to Drew. Come up next to Drew. So when producers produce 100 shows, 200 shows, 300 shows, we give them a milestone award. So in May of 2022, John produced his 200th episode of Right and Left. So we're presenting him with his milestone award tonight. Okay, this is the last category, Best Entertainment. The honorable mention in Best Entertainment goes to Bisque and Pieces, produced by Robin House. I don't see her here tonight. The runner-up in the Best Entertainment category goes to Polka Time Again, produced by Gene and Mike Kovac. And the Clapper Award for the Best Entertainment category goes to...
This is big. We're going to get a big one here, everybody. There's 10 people watching. You're all eligible.
And another 27.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that everyone on this $30 ticket's going to be a winner. And the last time that happened, it was a $1,000 ticket.
So this could be a $10 million winner.
Well, it could be. Absolutely. I mean, you can win on one
Holy
scratch.
schmoly, schmoly, holy schmoly moly.
Oh, Aunt Terry Kreider, as we all affectionately refer to her too.
Okay, honestly, I thought Polka Time was going to get it and I wouldn't have to be up here. Because Roger's supposed to be here, so I'm his Vanna.
He's watching. He's watching live on Facebook.
Okay.
So do him proud.
I can't do him proud. Anyway, thank you for letting us entertain you because we have so much fun entertaining each other, including Drew. So thanks, guys.
I hope you had a chance to see the T-shirt out there on the table that features Drew, Aunt Terry, and Roger on their ticket trivia shirts. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so now we are going to present the Diamond, Platinum, and Golden Disc Awards that are awarded to programs with the most views on WatchWCTV.com. We had over 124,000 views in the past year on that site, with viewers from all over the world. So we're now going to recognize the producers of the series and the single programs that received the most views. Ready, Drew? Okay. So we'll start with the single program disc award winners. The gold disc for the single program with the third most views on WatchWCTV.com, and the winner is Wadsworth High School Promenade, produced by Wadsworth High School with 974 views. Mr. Suber, would you like to accept? It's not quite your gold album, but it's close.
Thank you, everyone, for the votes.
The Platinum Disc Award for the single program with the second most views on WatchWCTV.com goes to Kaylin Davis, the Wadsworth High School Choir Director, for the 2021 Fall Choir Concert that received 1,054 views. Congratulations. You want to say anything? Okay. Good. Okay, and the Diamond Disc Award for the single program with the most views on WatchWCTV.com. With 3,522 views, the winner is How It's Done, episode number 2 on the Restored Church of God, produced by Dawn Blue.
I want to take this chance to say something not about the show, about WCTV in general. WCTV gives a platform to anybody, and that's the great thing. You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be in a high-position job. You just have to be a normal person who cares and who wants to go out there and make a difference. You can make a difference in your community. You can help the businesses out. You can do anything, and it does. It reaches the world. We got a letter from England. But the point is that's why the WCTV is amazing and for public access. It gives us the chance, all of us, to reach out there into the world. And please, if you have a chance, donate to the foundation to where we can keep going and doing more shows and helping more people. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. Yes, Dawn received our first international fan mail. She got a letter last week from someone that watches her show in the United Kingdom, so that was pretty exciting. Okay, so now on to the Disc Awards for series shows. So the Golden Disc Award for the series with the third most views on WatchWCTV.com goes to none other than our Polka Guys, Gene Kovac and Mike Kovac, for their internationally popular weekly show, Polka Time Again, with 4,312 views. There should be one for both of them, Drew.
I don't have a clue how we won this award. It must be the good-looking, attractive lady that produces our show for us. Thank you, Joanna.
The Platinum Disc Award for the series with the second most views on WatchWCTV.com goes to Bruce on the Loose. He received 4,386 views. Come on up, Bruce. 4,386 views. I will tell you that there were only 74 views that separated the Gold and the Platinum Award, so very close race.
This is very humbling, and I'm really surprised. I run into people throughout the community, and the pharmacist the other day say, "Hey, you're Bruce on the Loose." I said, "Guilty as charged." Thank you very much.
Okay, so I have to tell a funny story. I was sitting in Dr. Herbert's office getting my neck therapy, and all of a sudden I hear Bruce's theme music. This lady's sitting there getting her therapy, and I hear do 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 do. And I said, "Are you watching Bruce on the Loose?" She's like, "Yeah, I love this show." She said, "I was going to rent the Trail House, and somebody told me to watch Bruce on the Loose because he did a tour of it with the mayor." So there you go. Okay, our last disc award, the Diamond Disc Award for the most views for a series on WatchWCTV.com. One of our newest producers with multiple wins tonight already. Congratulations to Miss Dawn Blue of How It's Done TV. Your series received 9,124 views. Congratulations.
I just want to thank WCTV. I mean, it's about the community and WCTV. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, our last award of the night is the most highly coveted, Host with the Most Award. So our staff, unlike all the other Clapper Awards, our staff actually picks the winner of this award. We base it on what we feel are 3 important qualities that make a great host. You hear these, Janie? Preparedness, presentation, and professionalism, with which all 3 of those you just exude. Many of you in the audience have actually received this award in the past, and a perk of being last year's winner is that you get to present this year's winner. So,
You know what, Joanna, could
Yes.
we ask the people who've received that in the past to
stand up. Who has received the Host with the Most award in the past? Tim Perry, Bruce Lorenz, Roger Wright.
There we go. Yeah.
John Grom. Irma Baker, yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
So Janie, do your thing. You can introduce this year's recipient.
Okay, well, I'm having a hard time giving this up. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning because I knew that this night was coming. But I wanted to tell you, if this person cannot fulfill his or her duties, I'll step in. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't even need my glasses because I use 24 points on the font. Yeah, okay. So here are the clues. Lights, camera, action. This year's recipient was born to be in the spotlight, even though they'd much rather focus the camera on the subjects of their interviews. Interesting people, places, businesses, organizations, and they especially enjoy highlighting our youth and unsung heroes. What began with a curiosity about a local issue and some WCTV camera training has quickly turned into a media brand of their own that's going viral on social media. And this person has not taken my sash. I want you to know that. I'm hanging on to this sash. Okay, ready? She is a warrior, both behind and in front of the camera. She is shining her light on all that is good in our community, and she was our unanimous staff vote for this award this year. If you need any pointers on how to be the host with the most, just ask her. She will show you how it's done. It's my pleasure to present the 2022 Host with the Most Award to
TV, I got a special guest for you, Mayor of Wadsworth, Robin Lombaugh, and thank you. I've been looking forward to this interview a lot. I would like to just give the general public an idea of who you are and what you do here. Now, being a mayor, that is a lot of different things that you got to do. How is that transitioning from, you know, previously being in finance to city council, then taking on the mayor's job? It's not like there's a course for it.
Dawn Blue is this year's Host with the Most. Picture with her, please. Okay. So that was the final award of the night, but there's one bit of exciting business we need to take care of before we go. One of my bucket list items that I wanted to do was to form a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, which would provide supplemental support to WCTV and help ensure its future sustainability. In October of 2021, we were able to bring that idea to fruition, and the WCTV Foundation was formed. I want to introduce my board members, some of which are here tonight. President Roger Wright, who's going to join me on stage here. Vice President Roger Polk, Treasurer John Madding, Secretary Jenny Young, and our other board members, Catherine Miracle, Brandon Davis, and Tori McCauley, who is here tonight as well. We are very excited to be working on our first big fundraising effort, which is the 40 times $500 raffle. Information came in all your invitations. It's on the back of your programs. where you can purchase tickets or donate. And I know some of you purchased some as you walked in the door, so Dawn, we need to get those in the hopper too. So hopefully you had a chance to visit her table and see some of the apparel merchandise we have as well on the website. So the idea of the raffle is simple. Every time we sell 100 tickets at $10, we draw a $500 winner. We've sold over 600 tickets, and tonight we're going to draw our next big winner. So Roger Wright is going to join me here on stage. We're going to spin the drum, and we are going to pick our next $500 winner. And I know people at home are watching live on Facebook. We do these drawings every time live on Facebook. And the best part is calling the winners afterwards, but maybe it'll be somebody in this room. Okay, give it a spin, do the honors. All right. Usually I cover his eyes, but all right, I'm gonna read it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. The winner is Uncle Jeff Kreider. I cannot believe it. That's awesome. So I don't need to call you because you're here. So congratulations, and I'll get with you next week to get you your big $500 check. Oh gosh, okay, so that concludes the 2022 WCTV Clapper Awards. Before we go, I want to give another big round of applause to Jasmine and her crew from El Rincon on the north end in Wadsworth. Keep them in mind for any of your holiday parties or when you just need a taco fix. I know I do, at least once a week. Miracle Custom Awards for making our beautiful Clapper Awards. Tom Stugmeyer for taking our pictures tonight. We will post them on social media as soon as we get them and the website. And please, anybody that's taken pictures tonight, either send them to me or post them, and we can share them too. We ask that the Clapper Award winners, the host with the most, the DISC Award winners come to the stage after, and we want to get a group picture. So thank you all for coming tonight. It was so nice to be in person again. Please stay well and enjoy your holidays. Thank you for coming.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.